been a long, circuitous path, I have to say, finding a church home. And I was raised Catholic, and I had forays into many different spiritual paths over the years. And so I started feeling like, well, I'm going to see this new pastor, try him online. So I did that. I looked online and heard some good things, and I was really, something switched along with a bunch of things in my life that happened.
So I love the history of the Christian church. I really love the period from the time of Christ's death until we're called Christians. So that era, and how does the Bible get written, and who are the active participants? So you've got Paul walking all over the place, creating his members, and my question was, what were the other guys doing? What were Peter and James doing?
I really love working with young kids, and I found my perfect age group, which is elementary age. And so for those 20 years I was teaching art, I had first through fifth graders under the same roof at the same time in an after-school program. I also did in-school classes as well, but I just loved the age group, and I still love the age group. So I know all the kids in our neighborhood. They've all been in art with me. Some of them I've known since they were born. And I just get such a kick out of their freedom and their creativity and their minds and how uninhibited they are. So I just love it.
So my fitness journey started when I turned 60 11 years ago. And the nurse, I was doing this health over the phone. The nurse would chat once a month with me about my weight and general health. And she starts my June, which is my birthday, monthly call with, well, for a hypertensive, overweight, pre-diabetic, white male, you're in great shape. And that just caused me to have an assessment. And I started hiking, and the goal was to lose 5 pounds. Well, I lost 5, and then I lost 10, and then I lost 15, and over 36 months I lost 35 pounds. And I've kept it off for 7 years, and it's all about mobility and health. That part of the journey was a self-awareness that you are who you are, but you can change who you are.
My parents passed away during COVID a week apart, which was really hard. And during that time, I just felt completely lifted up in a way that I had never felt before. I felt suddenly that I was okay and they were eternal, and somehow I knew that something was changing in me, in my hesitancy towards joining. I guess you could call it joining in. And so I gave myself about a year to sit on the couch and mourn the loss and be in COVID and be a recluse. And then I came out of that experience. I wanted to participate and be part of a community. And then along with little nudges kept happening to me from different sides. Some of them were from friends that come to this church. I have so many. All the signs were pointing to, oh, maybe you should go to this church. So suddenly I felt really comfortable here.
I met Suzie on our trip in 2014. She was one of the newbies, and I had become at that point maybe a little bit cynical old man about the trip. Still liked it, but it was just kind of hanging with the guys. And then in 2016, my life changed a bit. My best friend, Andy Hunt, died at an early age of cancer after a long struggle in January, middle of January. And I had signed up to be on the cook team, but I really wasn't sure I was going to go. I was really a bit of introspective loss. I didn't know where to go. And at his memorial, I had vowed to take his life energy and add it to mine and use it in a good way.
Paul and I had almost, I guess I would call it a soul connection from the beginning. We know we come from different places, so we're not exactly, thinking on the same exact lines. He loves to study things and understand the Bible really closely, and I'm become sort of like like spiritually, I've just had this kind of heart-bursting sense of connectedness to people and things and living in the present moment.
Our positive impacts on a day-to-day basis are like a pebble thrown in a pond. You give someone a smile, you give them a kind word, you give them some encouragement. There's only so much we can do to make this place a better place. We can only affect those that we can see, so why not affect all of them in a positive way?